has come full circle back into the arms of its founders, the Tatas. The historic moment returned after 68 years for Tata Sons, who have won the bid to acquire the national carrier Air India. Over the years, the airline accumulated losses of over 70,000 crore and the government was losing nearly 20 crore on a daily basis. The central government made an official announcement approving the bid placed by the Tata Group. Let's now take a look at the journey of the Maharaja and understand how this deal worked out and what it means for the employees of the national carrier. It was in 1932 when the conglomerate ventured into the aviation sector with Tata Airlines, or erstwhile Air India. Air India that was launched in 1932 by J.R.D. Tata and it was nationalized in 1953. But the Tatas were at the captain's seat for as late as 1977. Now, with the airline industry getting bigger and also with the entry of private carriers, Air India over time lost its edge in both domestic and international markets. Now, Air India hasn't turned a profit since its merger with Indian Airlines, and with the consecutive governments failing to sell the money-guzzling airline as it drew no bids, which further forced the government to ease the terms. The government ended up extending the deadline for bids many times. Air India's total debt also surged significantly over the past 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A panel of ministers known as the Air India Specific Alternative Mechanism cleared the winning bid for Air India. The panel that was headed by Union Home Minister Amit Shah also included Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal and Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia. Now, in the second stage, the final bids were received from both qualified bidders in a sealed cover. SpiceJet chairman Ajay Singh reportedly also made a bid for the carrier. Now, both the bidders quoted well over the reserve price.
These are the bid received. So the Tata Sons Private Limited, their SPV, Thales Private Limited, is the winning bidder at 18,000 crore. The bidders have agreed to all the terms and conditions under which this bid will prevail. 5 bidders were disqualified as they did not meet the requirements of PIM. The process has been carried out in a transparent manner with due regard to confidentiality of bidders.
Tata Sons bid 18,000 crore as an enterprise value for Air India. The Tata Group will retain 15,300 crore of Air India's debt and will pay 2,700 crore cash to the government. The cash-strapped carrier had a total debt of 61,560 crore as of 31st of August. Now, the deal includes a 100% stake in Air India and low-fare unit Air India Express, as well as 50% holding in ground company Air India Services on ground and cargo handling. The deal doesn't include Air India's non-core assets like land and buildings. Tata Sons will have to retain all the airline's employees for at least a year. Further, gratuity benefits and PF benefits will also be applicable. The total permanent and contractual employee strength of Air India and Air India XL is at 13,500. Air India has a fleet of 117 wide-body and narrow-body aircrafts, and also the AIXL has a fleet of 24 narrow-body aircrafts. Now, Tata Group already owns about 84% stake in Air Asia India and 51% in Vistara. Now, it is expected that the transaction will be completed by December 2021. Ratan Tata also tweeted welcoming Air India back to the Tata Group. He also added that it will take considerable effort to rebuild Air India. Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia too congratulated the group.
Thales, Tata Sons की कंपनी ने जो ये बिड जीता है, बहुत बड़ी एक देश की जिम्मेदारी भी आज उन पर है। मैं उनको शुभकामनाएं भी देना चाहता हूं और मुझे विश्वास है कि आने वाले समय में एक पृथक और एक महत्वपूर्ण सर्विस के आधार पर देश की 130 करोड़ जनता की सेवा जरूर उत्पन्न करने में सक्षम होंगे।
Aviation experts have termed it as a historic moment and called it as a rare privilege for Tata Sons to own and operate the country's flag-bearer airline. For Tata Sons, Air India adds a third airline to its brand and gives access to more than 100 planes, thousands of trained pilots and crew. It will also get access to prime 1,800 international landing and parking slots at domestic airports, 900 slots at the airports overseas, in addition to the 4,400 domestic slots. Now, Air India is the country's third largest airline with a domestic market share of about 10%. It is the largest Indian transporter of passengers internationally. And the long-awaited Air India disinvestment is being heralded as one of the biggest reforms by the Narendra Modi government. The national carrier that has been surviving on taxpayers' money for the last decade, and with a return to the Tatas in the cockpit, it seems the Maharaja will finally get a fresh lease of life.